Hey guys, Sebastian here again. This is going to be the last chapter of the story. I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. I know it's not it's not a happy story, but I guess, yeah, I mean, I don't know, whatever way you want to look at it. In this one, I want to talk about pretty much 4 years later since the accident happened, almost to the day, 3 years and a few months, almost going to be almost 4 years soon. And I just want to kind of reiterate in this video the importance of like taking care of your body. I'm very blessed. I'm very content of where I am now because I'm able to eat somewhat normal again. Again, I'm not fully 1,000% healed, but then I go to the grocery store and I look at the foods that are offered there, and 90% of them are not even real food. It's not real food. It's just food that has been processed. Processed, why? Because it's business, because industrialization happened, because globalization happened, and who knows? There's many theories that you can go about why there's all that type of food. But I mean, if you really think about it, we humans didn't really make it this far by eating that trash food. We literally just ate animals, plants, herbs, and yes, it might not have been, the healthiest of things, but we made it alive and we made it here. Our ancestors made it up to this point. I like to live my life that way, where I eat more natural foods, whole foods, depending on, how you feel. And this is just the way I chose to live. I am, again, very happy, even though I still have my things that I'm working out on. I think everybody does. I'm very blessed to have survived all that. And 4 years later, I feel like it was time for me to share all this with you guys, because once you go through something very traumatic, you can choose to live with your trauma and just make it part of you, or you can choose to surpass it and understand it and pretty much accept it as a part of yourself, and then you gotta just keep going. I hear a lot of people talking about trauma and relationships and a lot of things in life, health. Obviously, health is super to me. It's everything, obviously, because it hits me personally. But you have the power to choose what you want to do. And that was my biggest lesson when I was in that. I mentioned it a few chapters ago, where I had to make a choice, whether it was you live or you die. It's your choice. You just, you stay how you are, or you try to get better. Or, you always have a choice, as long, depending obviously what country you live. I mean, we can get that too, but at least here in the United States, in the Western world, as of now, whichever way you want to see it, you still kind of have that freedom. I mean, C-19 is a different story, but in a way, you understand what I'm saying. You always have a choice to go how you want to go about your traumas and your experiences, and that's super important. That's super powerful, because once you understand the power that you have as a human being, as a soul individual, you understand that you can be unstoppable, really. You just have to obviously get with the right people, get with the right mindset, surround yourself with people who make you a better person every day, disregard the people that don't, or just tell them politely, hey, I'm not, me and you are in a different path. And that's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a human experience. So, this has taught me that we're all very powerful, that our human bodies are powerful, that we have been completely disconnected from literally our minds, our bodies, and our souls completely. Why, I don't know. But after kind of going through this rebirth, or this death and rebirth, it's made me realize that everybody's very disconnected with the actual reality of themselves, not necessarily what's out there, because what's out there is just what they're projecting to you and what they want you to see and what they want you to feel. That's not you, though. That's not your reality. That's what you're perceiving, and what you perceive, depending on, your childhood, or depending on how you grew up, you're going to see it as a threat, or you're going to see it as a possibility. Unfortunately, right now, everything that is being presented to us is a threat. And that's something that is very, very wrong, because not everything in this world is a threat. Why do we fear something? I mentioned it a few chapters ago, because we don't understand it. The moment we understand something, we stop fearing it. Simple as that. And if we can't really understand it because we're just not there yet in our human evolution, then fuck it, let's just go around it. I mean, it's not such a big thing. And then again, we all have our fears. I have my fears as well. I'm not saying I'm some invisible person who just goes and tries everything out. No, of course you have to have that fear, but you can't be 90% fear and 10% like possibility. Do it the other way. Do it. Yeah, you gotta have that fear because that fear is what keeps you alive. But that 90% of you living in opportunity and possibility is what actually helps you get up in the first place. And like hopes makes you have hopes that you can have a better future or the life that you want to live by yourself, with your significant other, with your dog, whatever. So yeah, I just really figured that me sharing this story hopefully gives you an insight of someone who pretty much like was having the dream to pretty much be completely torn in every possible way. Spiritually, I obviously question my beliefs in God and spirituality and meditation. I questioned my ability in my body because I could not function anymore. My whole mind got completely shattered and destroyed because all the identities that I created, who I thought I was, clearly is not. And I had to rebuild myself back up. And along the way, I was fortunate enough to be surrounded in a place where I was able to think this stuff and analyze it and understand why we humans do the things we do, why I did it, especially for me. Other humans I can't really speak of, but for me, why did I do those things? And again, I'm still learning a lot. I still have a lot to learn. I still have a lot to experience in life. I love life. I hope I don't have to die soon, but if I do, I hope it's quick. I don't want to go through that again. But if I do, so be it. I guess I'll figure it out. And, it's just the way life is. So hopefully you got something, inspirational from this, because if I did it, if I was able to do it in a very extremely limited circumstances, I'm pretty sure you can too. I'm pretty sure that depending on your level of trauma, you can get over it. You can find the people, you can ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to share your story. It's okay to do all these things because they all affect you, emotionally, they affect you physically. Emotions is energy in motion. When you hold to emotions, you're contracting the body. When you're contracting the body, you're going into the fight or flight mode. When you're in the fight or flight mode, you're thinking of survival. You cannot recover that way. You cannot. It's just impossible. The body's not meant to do that, The more you're stressed, the more your adrenal glands pump adrenaline, the more you're like this. It's just not happening. And this is what's happening outside right now, the way we're living our lives. Everybody's working 2 to 3 jobs. Everybody, just think about this. Everybody works 2 to 3 jobs, then everybody gets high or gets super drunk, and then they release themselves. But then their body now has to readjust to everything that's happening. And then it repeats, and then it repeats, and then it repeats. The next thing you know, you live 5-10 years like that, and then boom, cancer. Something traumatic happens to you. You lose a loved one, you go through a breakup, divorce, whatever, accident like me. And then all of a sudden you break down and you're like, what happened? This is what happened to me. Like, what happened? Like, what do you mean what happened? Look how you're living your life, So just think about that. I'm not telling you to go change your life overnight. I'm just telling you to be more aware, because if we have more awareness as a collective society, we have more awareness in general, then you can make a choice. And when you have the power to make a choice, then you can be like, okay, I choose to continue this path. Sure, go ahead. It's your life. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want. But if you're aware of it and you realize how it affects you and how it affects the people around you that love you, then you're like, oh crap, I think I'm gonna go try that way instead, because that's not really what I want. Again, it's up to you. It's your life. You do whatever you want. I'm just here to kind of like bring you more awareness into this. But anyway, this is pretty much the big message. You have a lot of power. You have the capabilities to do everything regardless of your situation. If I was able to get out of this and I'm walking again, and then, here you go, I am like doing all these awesome things now. I'm running, I'm doing push-ups, I'm going into the freaking woods in like a snowstorm. If I can do this, and obviously it was hard as hell, but I'm pretty sure you can go through whatever it is that you're going through. And if you're going through something worse than I am, trust me, I still believe that it's possible, And but then again, if you think that's it, that's the end of your life, and you don't want to do it anymore, I totally respect that as well. Why? Because I was in that place too, and most likely I would have probably done it if I hadn't seen any improvement in like a year. So again, I don't judge anybody in here for whatever decisions they want to make. I just want to have more awareness, because right now all I'm seeing is fear. All I'm seeing is doubt. All I'm seeing is catastrophe. All I'm seeing is just insanity, which I don't understand it. But I thought I'd just be a voice of something that you don't see every day. Because there's a lot of beauty out there that no one chooses to see. And I say this again, no one is choosing to see it, but it's there. And you can see it in every single human being you come across, every conversation you have. Like, look at their eyes, look how they're feeling. That's human emotion. That's living beings. Even when you look at nature, look at your dog. That's why everybody loves animals so much, because you look at them and then you just feel like this internal thing, but they're afraid to do it with other humans, I mean, including myself. Sometimes there's people that I'm like, oh shit, like, I don't know if I want to do this, but then I'm like, all right, dude, they're as human as you are. But then again, it's a lot of things that go into play. Anyway, guys, hope this was an awareness bomb. That's what I'm going to call it. I hope this story kind of inspires you to chase your dreams, choose whatever you want. I'm still doing music production in a very different way. I'm also into finance and investments. I really just like, because all these things play into human emotions, and I just like seeing the market go up and going down and liquidating everybody, because it's all human emotion, really. It's all it is. Same as music. I make a song, it makes you feel a certain way. You enjoy it or you don't, depending on where how you grew up or what you relate to. And then it just keeps going. It's just like endless cycle of things happening at once in the entire world, which I think is beautiful in my opinion. It doesn't mean that I have to like it. Some things I hate, but other people like it. I'm like, this is dope. At least people are enjoying it. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time and watching all these episodes or chapters. I hope you truly find value in them. If you really like it, share it, like it, comment, whatever. Honestly, I'm just doing this for hopefully whoever sees this 5-10 years from now, a year from now, tomorrow, whatever, they find some hope in their life, because I think that's what we need the most right now. We need more hope, and we need to get out of the rut that we're in as a society, but nobody's really speaking out. Everybody's just reacting. Literally, that's all I'm seeing, reactions, not really stopping and going back and analyzing and seeing what just works for me, what doesn't. Well, anyway, guys, thank you so much again. I know your time is super valuable. I really appreciate you giving me your time and to listen to me and listen to my story. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me, contact me. I'll put all my information down in each chapter. If you're sick and you want to talk and see how I went through certain things, I might not, I'll be honest, I'm not a nutritional therapist. I didn't go to school for any of that, but I can help you with emotionally how it felt. And it was really hard, as you probably saw. And yeah, guys, again, thank you so much. And I truly hope this gives you some sort of upliftment or something, because the world really is beautiful. You just have to see it in the right way, in your way. Guys, thank you. Bye-bye.